Did you know that one man once held the political heartbeat of an entire region, larger than many countries in Africa? His name was Sir Ahmadu Bello, the Sardauna of Sokoto. And whether you praise him or criticize him, you cannot ignore him. Born in 1910 in Raba, northern Nigeria, Ahmadu Bello was not just born into history, he was born into royalty and legacy. A descendant of the legendary Uthman Dan Fodio, founder of the Sokoto Caliphate. So from day one, power was in his bloodline. But here's the twist. He didn't just inherit influence, he built a political empire from it. Tempted to become the Sultan of Sokoto at just 28 years old. He failed, but failure didn't end him. Instead, it pushed him into politics, where he later dominated the northern Nigeria like no one before him. By the 1940s and 1950s, Bello was no longer just a traditional elite. He became the leader of the Northern People's Congress (NPC), the most powerful political machine in northern Nigeria. And in 1954, he became the first and only premier of the northern Nigeria. Let that sink in. One man, one region, over 30 million people under his political influence. He chose not to become Nigeria's prime minister. When Nigeria gained independence in 1960, Ahmadu Bello stayed in the north as the premier and handed federal leadership to his deputy Tafawa Balewa. That single decision shaped Nigeria's political structure forever. But Bello was not just a politician, he was a strategist. He introduced policies that shaped generations: modernization of the civil service, massive investment in education in the north, creation of regional institutions like Bank of the North, where the plot twist began. Critics say the same system reduced southern influence in northern administration, fueling long-term political tension in Nigeria. Bello once warned that Nigeria was not ready for independence. He believed development had to come before full-scale self-rule. Many called him conservative, even anti-nationalist, but he believed he was protecting his people, not delaying progress. Then came the storm. January 15, 1966, a military coup shook Nigeria, and in a violent turn of history, Bello was assassinated in Kaduna by soldiers led by Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzego. In seconds, decades of political power ended. Nigeria never remained the same again. He died still serving as the premier of northern Nigeria, not retired, not weakened, still in full control of his region until his final breath. Today, his name still echoes across Nigeria. Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria, his portrait on the 200 naira note, museums, streets, and institutions in his honor. To some, he is a nation builder, to others, a symbol of regional. But one truth still remains: he shaped modern northern Nigeria more than almost anyone in history. Either way, history still remembers him. The Sardauna never left the stage. He became the stage itself. I tell the stories all the time. Do like, comment, and share your thoughts.